What's going on, everybody? It's Omar here. I've been in the state of New Jersey doing solar for more than 10 years now, mostly focusing on the PPA or power purchase agreement. A lot of people know it as a lease, but either way, you're just getting the power cheaper than getting it from your utility company. And I'll go over that and dive deeper into it here in just a second. But what I wanted to talk about is how to get the best power purchase agreement or lease for your house. Obviously, you're going to want to shop around when uh, when actually considering solar. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can get a complimentary proposal, see what rate we can get you. But I wanted to talk a little bit about how to actually compare different offers that you're looking at. Okay, but first, it's always good to paint the picture and look at what you're doing now with PSE&G, Con Ed, or Atlantic City Electric, whatever utility you're with, because that's going to give you a good comparison of what your bill is going to look like once you actually go solar, right? So with JCP&L, PSE&G, Atlantic City Electric, most people are averaging around 26 cents a kilowatt hour. And I have another video specifically showing how to calculate your rate. The short version is you just take the dollar amount that you're paying for electricity and divide it by how many kilowatt hours for your for that month, or vice versa. I'm sorry. Take the kilowatt hours and divide it by the dollar amounts that you paid for that month, and you'll get a decimal, typically around 26 cents a kilowatt hour. So with solar, typically you can get, depending on the size of your system, you can get your electricity anywhere from 13 to 15 cents. And that's assuming there's no like repair costs that have to be built in or that the installation company is going to have to take care of for you. So if you can get 13 to 15 cents right now, it's definitely a steal, especially with the tax credits that have been taken away by the Trump administration. After July, it might be really hard to get a rate like this, but still be really good. Now, another thing to look out for is if you're paying or if another company is offering you somewhere between 19 or 21, something higher than, let's say, 19 cents a kilowatt hour without any improvements having to be done to your house, then I would say that's a little bit usury, right? It's a bit overcharging for the rates, especially here in 2026 before July. Okay. Now, whichever power purchase agreement you go with, you're going to have zero costs, right? Now, if there's some utility company or some small people that are charging you $1,000 or $2,000 up front, you have to be worried because most companies that you work with are not going to charge you anything for the equipment, the installation, the permits, nothing like that. You won't pay a dime. The only thing you pay when you go solar is the cost, is the actual electricity that's produced when the panels are actually turned on, which is 1 or 2 months even after the solar panels are turned on. That's if they are a reputable company. Okay. Another thing you want to look for is the rate hike or the actual escalator that the PPA is on. The utility company goes up anywhere from 4 to 5% a year if you want to be conservative. I have reason to believe, or you may even agree with me, that the rates are going up faster because of what's going on in the global economy. Maybe an average of 7 to 9% a year. Just last year or 2 years ago, it went up like 16% across the board in New Jersey. Now, with uh, a good PPA or lease, you're looking at no cost increase. So somewhere between 0 and 2% is pretty good, especially again if there's no repairs that have to be made or built into the cost that the installation company is taking away from you. But you could probably agree that anywhere from 0 to 2% is going to be much lower than what the utilities rates are increasing for on a year-to-year basis. And if you have a 2.9% or higher, you really want to understand why it's going up. Like, is the company just um, doing it for no reason, especially if there's no upgrades that need to be made, right? Now, in terms of your maintenance, I would say this is one of the biggest benefits of going solar with the power purchase agreement is the company that does the installation do not charge you for any type of repairs or maintenance. They're typically going to come out and service the equipment much quicker, much faster. So zero out of pocket for maintenance costs for the PPA, right? with the utility companies, they are usually going to come out and repair the poles and power lines. But there has been some instances, like if you need to upgrade the transformer or something, they might ask you to pay out of pocket for some sort of transformer upgrade. But again, you're not paying too much to the utility company in terms of any repairs they need to do to the lines. Questionable PPA is if they say, hey, you definitely need to read the fine print and understand if they're going to be charging you for any type of repairs to the system over time. The one cool thing about what we do is we warranty the penetrations. We seal it off watertight, and we warranty it for the whole 25 years. There's some companies that'll only warranty the work that they do for 10 years. If you can get 25 years, which we do, I definitely recommend looking for that when it comes to maintenance. And then the tax credit, uh, the utility company does not apply to them, right? Now, the 30% tax credit right now before July 4th, the company that does the solar installation is able to install the equipment for you and pass on that cheaper electricity and that tax credit in the form of the cheaper electricity. So if you are getting uh, basically credit for the tax credits that were taken away before July 4th, you should be getting around 13 and 15 cents a kilowatt hour, probably maybe 16 cents um, if there's no repairs that need to be made. Now, questionable PPA again is hidden. Like if they put 19 cents, you're not really benefiting from the 30% tax credit reduction, right? Especially if there's no repairs that need to be done to the house. If they put 22.9% and give you 19 cents a kilowatt hour, you are basically not getting taken advantage of the 30% tax credit. So just wanted to paint the picture for you guys. If you appreciate this information, I have a link down in the description below where we'll get you a complimentary proposal, show you where the panels will go, what your savings would actually look like. You can get a proposal from us, and we'll be more than happy to help you in the solar process. Appreciate this information. Go ahead and fill out that form, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.